Well, pitter patter, let's get at her. As you know, we didn't have our intro music, and I'm in a different setting. We're just having some technical difficulties today, but you know what? It's okay because it's okay not to be okay. It is Murphy's Law Fucked Up Monday, and as always, this is Joe the Bull Guy, and welcome to the bullpen. We have Nicole over here, and we have Jimbo down below. And how was everybody's weekend, guys?
Good. We actually made some progress in our room. Like we got a dresser in here with the mirror on it. So
there you go. I see your lovely little fireplace back there.
Yes.
Looks nice. Looks very nice. We had some new additions to the family, right? We had some chickens and ducks.
We got new chickens and ducks, and then one passed away, one of the chickens from Friday's podcast.
Oh.
So we got two more.
Okay, fair. Could we name one of them Eggplant and the other one Vern? So, kind of works out.
Well, the duck is Miss Vern, but yes, we can name one of the chickens Eggplant, yes. I
think it would be perfect. Her favorite color is purple. So I'm sorry, Vern. Love your face. Just messing around. But I do like that we named the one Vern that bit your lip. It was a little sassy duck. So it worked out perfectly. Jimbo, how was your weekend?
Insanely busy. But I got to spend Sunday with the girls. Tegan had a cheer competition in Wildwood. They won their division and they won the overall and 0 deductions. And they both left on vacation for a couple weeks, so I won't see them for a couple weeks. But
it was nice
to spend with my mom, and the girls spent all day Sunday with them, so it was worth it.
That's awesome. Listen, that's fantastic. I see you in here. Thank you for coming in, bud.
Thank you.
So we used to do, and my weekend was good. I dropped my parents off for the airport, which is why I'm in a different place. Obviously, you see a Van Gogh kind of style painting behind me. They're all over the place. I have the new little addition in here that, come here, come on. Rosie.
I love the painting behind you.
Oh, thank you. My mother did that.
Really?
Very nice.
Yeah. Both my mother and I are very art inclined.
I didn't know that
the
you got
dog's not coming over. Huh?
That's awesome. You got that from your mom. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. That and probably some mental health. No, I'm kidding. I love my mother. Guys, this is a good opportunity as well. Don't forget to click and subscribe on the main page if you have any ideas. Usually we have a little ticker that goes around at the bottom of the screen. We don't have that tonight. The email is joethebullguypodcast@gmail.com. So if you have any ideas that you want to talk about, you may want to think about being a guest on the show. We're launching Nicole's Road to Recovery here soon. And we'll be looking for some people that want to share their recovery stories as well. Jimbo, once he gets his restaurant open, will be launching his cooking channel and restaurant feed. We have some exciting news tomorrow with Aimbot that we're going to talk about. Shameless plug here, but go to the link in the bio in the link tree if you want to go get some all-day energy with 0 crash, 0 sugar, and 0 carb, 300 milligrams with neurotropics. So throw your Vyvanse out the window.
And no crash.
And, no crash. And you could go to sleep on it. They make gummies, and they're going to also make a shelf-ready drink right away. So you don't have to mix it with water or do it just in a concentrate form. The one other thing I would like to mention to you guys, too, is that in the link in the bio is the official merch link, okay, by J-Code Drip. We do have a Joe the Bull Guy awareness for autism shirt that's in there. It says tickling my tisms. And then it has a little author by Womack, because that's a friend of mine that says that all the time. But we're at all the money that's raised for that shirt or hoodie, whichever you guys would like, or both if you want, the proceeds that I would normally be taking as commission, I'm going to go ahead and donate that to the Autism Foundation here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I will make sure that I have a letterhead so you all see it. I'll go ahead and take a picture of it. I'll do a video so that, everything's on the up and up. And if you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to email the podcast email. Guys, this episode, if you're watching tonight or you rewatch it later, it will not be streaming on any of the other platforms. It's just on Joe the Bull Guy 9/16 tonight. Okay. So with that said, Mondays can be rough for everybody, right? You know, sometimes I make the joke, you got to grab it by the fucking fun buns and make it your bitch consensually. It's a true statement. Okay. You can get a lot of shit thrown at you and you could really think that you can't handle it, but you know what? You got broad shoulders and you can handle it because nothing's thrown at you that you can't handle. It just seems like you can't handle it. So remember to do something nice for yourself this week. Also live in that 5 minutes. You can only go 5 minutes at a time. Anything that happened prior to that 5 minutes is over and done with. Anything that's going to happen after hasn't happened yet. So it's unwritten. So you don't know what the next step may be. So it's always exciting and new, but control that 5 minutes. Other than that, we did have, a big thing happen on Sunday, right? Did everybody know about this? That 4 women went into outer space, Katy Perry being one of them.
Perry, number 2 seat.
Right. So I just thought it was funny though, right? Bezos is a genius. And I'll only say this once, so listen up real good. He's a genius because he spent probably billions of dollars to send his future wife up into space, with the probability that it may not come back down. I don't know. Is it cheaper than a divorce or not? I don't know, but it sounded like a good idea to me. I'm just kidding. And Katy Perry, I heard, was singing Firework the whole way up and floating in the wind on the way down like a paper bag. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that was actually real or not. That's just for comedic purposes.
So I think it's funny, and tell me if I'm wrong, so they didn't go into outer space. And a lot of people are saying that they did. They spent enough time to say they were, I forget what the word is, but like none of our shuttles or spacecraft actually leave the hemisphere. Like the space station is in the hemisphere. The stratosphere.
Stratosphere, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, are we really going into outer space? Like we're not. We're kind of just going up there a little bit, and
it's kind of.
I'm one of those. I'm a denier. I will admit it. I'm a moon landing denier. I'm like all that. So I'm like, hey, that's cool. You took a high ass plane ride. Like, that's my take on it. Like that's what
Here's one of the things that I think about with this, right? If you honestly think about this, right? They went up 5 minutes, was up there for a minute, and came back down. Took 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yet women complain when we take too quickly, right? Why would you spend billions of dollars to go straight up for 11 minutes and back down? Like, does that make sense to you? I don't. And space is a diseased and dark place, right? Why the fuck would you want to go up there?
Because they can't.
Yeah, well, you know what? I can also do the in my bathroom, but I'm not going to go do that because I don't want to. But fair. No, but truthfully, though, I did find it also very funny that this week as well, right before they go up there, scientists are mulling around some of these ideologies that we are actually a galaxy inside of a black hole. Did you hear about this shit too?
No.
Which I found very interesting because then Katy Perry and this comes out and then all of a sudden, Bezos is launching a rocket. When the fuck did that happen? Didn't the last time he launched
anything about it?
We heard it for months. Right now, it's like day before, hey, we're going into space. Yay. Like, come on now. And Katie, you mean to tell me Katy Perry trained enough to be an astronaut?
No, wasn't that like remember the right stuff, all the training and all the qualifications and
yeah. How about Armageddon? They took a mining crew and threw them up there, but they gave them all this training and it was a movie. This is real life. They shot them up there. I mean,
it's a high ass plane ride.
But I also think
and I think it was all remote control.
Passengers.
They didn't control any of it, right? It was all remote control.
Yeah, it was with a PlayStation controller or Xbox. I think. That was the Titanic.
That was the Titanic sub that imploded.
My bad. No, but I did think it was interesting though. They came down with 2 new passengers. You know that, right? They went up with 5. They came back down with 2. They found, I'm not kidding, they found Michael Jackson and fucking Tupac up there. They all came back pregnant. I'm kidding. That's obviously a joke. Both of those 2 people are no longer here, or are they? Though maybe we'll talk about that on Monday. But
it was also Coachella this week too.
Right, and no one heard anything about Coachella either. We heard about it, then we didn't. Then we heard about the Stream Choice Awards, right? The Cheer Choice Awards. Those I haven't heard any results about that yet either. It's kind of odd, when the government starts to, kind of slip away, and you start hearing all these puff pieces like 5 women, and it's not about the women that went up into space, right? Like more power to them. I'm glad that a whole woman crew went up there, because I don't know if that's happened yet or not, and don't quote me on that, but I think that's fantastic. But the point, they found Elvis. Jesus Christ. Maybe Elvis's fucking donut or his sunglasses, something. No, there's that priest.
They said they felt
there's the
comfortable
priest.
sending 4 women into space in that shuttle because they didn't have to parallel park it.
Oh, snap.
I heard that today, and I thought that was funny. Listen, I'm the first one to say I can't parallel park. I will drive.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Around. I can't parallel park.
Neither.
It's the easiest fucking thing to do.
For you, not for
What do you mean? No, it's easy. Look,
what kind of car do you drive, Jen?
Driving 101. Cars parked here. There's the empty space behind it. Pull your mirror up to that mirror. Make sure you're about a foot away from that car. Start to come back. As soon as you hit your front of your car in the middle of that front door, turn your wheel as hard as you can to the left and let it go real quick and hold it. And then
I know the concept.
Like, most cars park themselves now.
From my first vehicle that was a little hatchback Chevette to my 2500 pickup truck. And that sucker, I can't even park in a parking spot. It's just too big. But I can't parallel park. I suck at it. I'll drive around.
Can you drive a stick?
No. It's hard to get a stick manual anymore.
Well, now, but did you ever? Do you know how to?
I've
drive
had a stick. Yeah,
I know how to ride a real stick.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had a couple.
We're not talking about a flesh stick. Okay, we're talking about the 5 gears in a reverse. I mean, look, what you do with your hand in the 5 gear, that's your business. Just make sure you don't go too far in the reverse. You might yank it off like Lorena Bobbitt. But anyway, we're just pulling out all the stops like Tanya Harding. I mean, she had it right. I know everybody gives Tanya Harding some shit, but if you really think about it, bitch knew how to take out the competition, right? She just grabbed her skate and just went, ha ha, fuck you. And that was the end of that.
Wait, have you ever parallel parked bouncing it into a spot? What?
That's what they call it in Philly. It's like
that's when you do it with like a little Ford Focus. You just kind of and it bounces over.
No, I thought it was what they in Philly. It's like you bump cars, like you're bumping cars in Philly to parallel park. Like you're tapping bumpers, like it's normal. And I'm
New York, most of the cars have these rubber mats in the front and in the back of the car that you hook up so that you don't scuff the paint, so that they can't, bill you for the damage when you smack the shit out of somebody in front of you.
Oh, no shit.
It's absolutely crazy. It's just, I don't know. Some of the shit that you hear about today, it's just kind of insane.
Just a couple weeks when I was in the Poconos with the girls at the hotel parking lot, I went out in the morning to get something out of the truck, and I see a car parked behind me in the hotel parking lot, big parking lot. And I happened to look, and I went, oh, my God, like the front of their car was like in, their license plate was in, the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, they ran into my trailer hitch. Like they totally perfect round indent, and then they backed out away from it. I'm like, they totally crushed the front of their plastic bumper, imploded like their license plate inside, and nobody said nothing to me, but I'm like, it's obvious what happened. Nothing was wrong with my truck, but they totally like went up and hit my trailer hitch.
That's crazy.
Big ass parking lot.
That's insane. That's crazy. So I figured I'd do a couple little news articles and catch everybody up to speed of some of the dumb shit that's been going on over the weekends. Speaking of dumb shit, right? Harvard. Have you heard about this? You heard about the Department of Education and the $2 billion? Anybody?
No.
Well, I know that they're trying to get rid of the money in the school boards or something. Right?
Well, they're trying to get rid of the Department of Education because it's a known like slush fund for other things. But the Department of Education today actually froze $2 billion in federal funding to Harvard University. Trump had demanded that there was supposed to be a deep policy change on diversity, and Harvard refused to change their policies. So Trump said, "That's fine. You're not going to get this." And the Department of Education, who Trump was closing, basically said, "Nope, we're going to freeze this grant, which is a multi-year grant, which totals in about 60 million multi-year contracts for Harvard University, which comes up to about $2.2 billion that they just said absolutely not because you're not doing what you're supposed to." I just think it's crazy when you hear these numbers, right? Like $2 billion frozen. Like, could you imagine having $2 billion? Shit,
No.
half of the time I wish I just had, I don't know,
Yeah,
what is it, like
having
$68 in my account so I could pay like a bill that didn't get paid. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me or maybe it's fucking Maybelline. But also, there's that new
yes, dude.
Let's see, there's the new Tom Cruise movie that he's making another fucking Mission Impossible.
I saw the commercials for it.
He's going to be fucking 90 making Mission Impossibles. I'm just telling you. I'm just waiting for him to jump back
really
on Oprah's fucking couch.
It's going to be called like Depends Impossible.
Right. I mean, ain't that about the fucking funniest thing ever?
People are going to watch it, and it's going to be a hit.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a Hoyer lift so that he can get out of his wheelchair, and then they're going to have to like take a crane and crank him down.
Is he?
Tom Cruise?
Speaking of movies,
he's
probably 60, probably right around 60.
I think
right?
like mid 60. I don't know. We can Google this.
My boyfriend's mid 60s, and he's still working full time. So I guess
Tom Cruise is 62.
All right. See, he's younger.
Yeah, but okay. Listen. There's a lot of things that Tom Cruise does that he shouldn't do, right? Scientology being one of them. I said it. No, but the other thing is that he does all of his own stunts. That takes a toll on your body, right? So one of the Mission Impossible, he hung out of the fucking helicopter on his arms. On this new one, in their little trailer, he's walking across a fucking double-winged plane. So he's literally holding on to the top part with no harness that we can see, right? Obviously, they kind of hide that. And he's walking across while it's fucking flying, like actually flying. It's not in a green screen. So, like, I didn't
know he did his own stunts.
Yeah. Him and Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan said in an interview with actually Joe Rogan, this was a while ago that I saw it. So don't quote me how long ago it was, but he was in an interview with him, and he goes, "So I hear you have a lot of concussions." And Jackie Chan laughed and said, "Over 200." He goes, "They were all minor, though. But when you do," and then he showed a clip, one of his like running up the wall in Rush.
He like knocked himself
Rush
out.
Hour. And he knocked himself clean the fuck out and fell back. And he does everything without a harness. And Jackie Chan is older than freaking Tom Cruise.
I can't believe that. I didn't know that.
Jackie Chan is a lot older than I thought. He was like doing stunt coordination for movies like in the 70s.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Jackie Chan is 71.
Yeah, he's a lot older than I thought.
Oh, yeah, Vern, you do your own stunts too, sit and bounce and then rotate. Hey.
Guys, if you are watching this afterwards and you can't see the comments, y'all need to start coming because the chat can be wild the fuck out sometimes. Made the thing a squirter after taking her out of the radiator. What? Did they get the radiator up?
No.
Wow, Steven.
No, they didn't hit the radiator.
Jesus. I had a joke that I can't say that I desperately want to say.
There's another good movie coming out. I forgot the name of it.
Did I tell you, speaking of movies, I seen the new Captain Marvel. Not Captain Marvel.
I heard it wasn't as good as
Captain America.
film.
It was
I liked
slow
it.
start. It was a slow start,
That's
but
what I
then once it
heard.
got going, I was like, okay. And then I liked
Did
it.
you
know, I
watch
got-
the Disney on the Disney streaming, like on their like the Captain America lead up to that, or did you just watch the movie?
No,
You
we
got to
just
go back and go to Disney Plus and go watch it. Yeah, Brave New World was the new one with the new Captain America. But there's the Disney Plus little mini series that they did that you got to watch beforehand. It explains everything. So when you thought it was like kind of slow, right? And it was a little bit of a trickle. But if you would have watched that, it was almost like a continuation scene to lay in. That's why if you didn't see it, it kind of like, you know, you're like, what the fuck? Why is this like, this is slower than my grandmother with no legs and she's been dead for 7 years, you know? So like, I'm just saying, the other thing about it is if you watched it to the end, you got to see Kara isn't here tonight. Yeah, I know. I saw that Kara is not here tonight. The other thing is at the end of it, it showed the Thunderbolts and Doctor Doom.
Yes.
Wow.
And then on some of them, on the early ones, was the Fantastic Four trailer.
Yes.
How fucking cool is that? I'm like, let's fucking go. You want to talk about getting a nerd erection? I was watching all 3 of those in a row. I just binged
the preview for The Accountant too.
Hey, Joe. Right? Oh my God. I was like, shut the fuck up. Let's do it, Ben Affleck.
Him and his brother are together.
I know.
The brother in his.
Yeah, his brother in the movie, not his actual, you know.
I'm like,
Casey
could you
Affleck.
imagine these two badasses together? I'm like, I can't wait to see it.
Right?
And I heard they're coming out with another Cicero.
They are. And they're also coming out with another X-Men. And guess who's going to be in it?
Superman, too.
I want to see the Superman.
I saw Superman at the Minecraft.
Not a DC guy, but I was always like an 80s Christopher Reeve Superman. And I seen that preview for Superman.
You're saying before he fell off the horse.
Yeah, it's some ice place.
What? It's not. Look, I didn't fall off the horse. He fell off the horse. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he's my hero, man.
He wasn't faster than a bullet that day, was he? Stronger than. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's so mean. God rest your soul. Here's to you, bud.
The other movie preview I seen that somebody had already seen. Four Roses.
Sláinte
was the second part of what the hell was the movie? Ice Cube was in it.
Are we there yet? Was it with action or not action?
Action, bank robberies. What's it?
Yeah, Steven.
10 cent, 50 Cent was in it. I'm like 10 Cent. 50 Cent was in it.
Well, I think he's 25 cent now after all the indictments.
You know what I'm talking about? It was 50 Cent was in it, and it was like they were robbing a bank, and the guy that at the end was like the mastermind of the whole thing was really the guy that you thought was like the outcast. What the fuck was the name of that movie? I heard the second one is even better than the first one, and Den of Thieves.
Oh,
okay.
And I liked the Den of Thieves. I thought it was really good. And my buddy who watched it, he goes, "It's as good, if not better, than the first one. It's really good."
There you go. I heard they're coming out with a new Sicario too.
They are.
They already had Sicario number 2. I think they had Sicario 3 is coming out now too. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I don't know. I mean, me personally, I kind of want to get a chicken. I want to get a big fucking chicken. Like an actual live fucking chicken. Huge motherfucker. Like one that you would like get a couple of, you know, slices of breast meat out of. And I want to go see the Minecraft movie. Not with any family members or anybody. And when they yell jockey chicken, I want to throw this fucking massive bird into the crowd and see what happens.
Do you know people were getting arrested for throwing popcorn?
Yeah, well, here's my thing. Movies are suffering horribly, right? They're absolutely fucking struggling. And now they have to pay overtime to these employees that they can't afford to pay normal rate wages to clean up the fucking mess of all these people. But I have a good idea, right? Make 2 theaters, one outside, one inside. You want to watch the movie and cheer and yell and scream and have fun? Cool. You don't want to be destructive and throw shit? Go watch it inside. You want to be a little dickhead and throw shit around? Go outside. Then you can fuck shit up in the parking lot and the street sweeper comes by and picks
We
it up.
had that. It was called drive-ins.
Yeah, that's the
I
problem.
miss the
No one has that
drive-ins.
anymore.
Yeah.
We have one. We have
We
one
have
in
one
Vineland,
too.
New
Shut
Jersey.
the fuck up.
It's super
Yeah,
ghetto.
we still have they opened like right before COVID, and during COVID, it was packed because they nobody could go in a movie theater, and
True.
they've done so well since. Thank goodness.
Here's my thing. We had about 4 drive-ins here when we first moved here. And I'll never forget it because I took a girl out on a date to this drive-in. And if you're listening to this, I'm not going to say your name. We're not going to talk about it. We're all okay. Everything's fine. And we go to this movie, and it's a double feature, right? So you have the kids movie first, and then you have the adult movie after, or you have kind of like, family-friendly movie. There's like PG-13 and a PG movie. Well, we went and saw the R movie. Now, this was back in the day. This is back when you had to take the little fucking speaker and put it in the fucking car. You didn't tune the radio. It was right there.
Yeah.
And then the girl came around, do you want popcorn? And all this shit. Okay. So we're sitting there and we're watching this R-rated movie. And then it comes on the screen and it says, if you have kids, please leave now. And I'm like, this can't be. And the girl that I'm with, she looks at me and I'll never forget her face. She goes, why do they want the kids to leave? Obviously, if we paid for ticket, I'm like, no, they're not going to play. And wouldn't you fucking know it was an adult film that played on the fucking drive-in. So her and I are in high school sitting there because of our fake IDs. We're able to get into the R-rated movie. And then we ended up seeing Naughty Night Nurses of Jersey. And I'll never forget. Yep, it was that fucking movie, Jim. And I'll never forget her fucking face when that came on. And I looked at her and went, wow, wow, wow. And we both bursted up fucking laughing.
That just played
I
in
didn't
my
get
head.
laid that night. We got laid the next night when we ended up watching the rerun of Pocahontas on the drive-in movie. But that was pretty cool because as it went around the river bend, I bent her over, so it worked out real well. It was fun. My parents are probably going to hate me if they ever see this. To be fair, at 2 a.m. they start those kind. Right, Vern. So we saw the one that started at 12. We got done. And I forget what it was. Was it Terminator? I think it was Terminator. I was so like engulfed in the no. Like that, the movie that we saw first, I think was Terminator. Like the actual I think it was the second Terminator came out.
Not.
I know it had Schwarzenegger in it, and then Naughty Night Nurses of Jersey. It was fucking epic. We didn't stay. We left. I wanted to stay.
Naughty Nurses, actually.
Arnold Dirt Diggler.
God, Jesus. Could you imagine having a baby's fucking arm swinging between you? Like, Jesus Christ. Must be nice. 9/16 of an inch over here is the best joke I got, but man, it fucking sucks. Guess for the ghost. Oh, there you go. And then you saw the dirty movies after, because that'd be interesting. They should have played that in reverse.
Right.
Isn't that how it works nowadays? You hook up and then they ghost you. Just saying. But speaking of Naughty Night Nurses of Jersey and ghosting and whatnot, Nicole, I think, my favorite part that we have added into this podcast that we have is our Streetwalker Diaries, only because 99% of them are from your friends and people we know, which is great. So I do have one I want to share real quick. It's not really a streetwalker, but before you jump into yours, if you don't mind, do you mind if I say one real quick?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Okay. So I have a friend who in a conversation was talking about, I'm just going to let this guy, he's really rich. He's really handsome. I'm going to let him inside of me. And if I get pregnant, oh, well. And I looked at her and I went, you must be the dumbest motherfucker I have met. And she goes, why? I said, let me ask you a question. Do you want your stomach to get real big? No. You want your titties to get real big? Well, kind of. No. Big, swollen, hurting. Okay, yeah. No, I don't want that either. Okay, do you want to wake up at 6 a.m.? No. Do you want to go to T-ball? No. So what the fuck you want to have a kid for? Get a dog.
For money.
But I just thought it was funny because the guy turned around who she said this to and went, nope, see you, bye. So just remember, sometimes you can't play in the cul-de-sac. You got to go home.
Wow.
I just wanted to share that little one with you. And speaking of movies, I heard they're making a second Madam Web.
What?
Madam Web. It's like the female version of Spider-Man. You got to watch it. It's got the chick in it from 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
in
I
a tight skin suit.
Dakota Fanning for Fanning.
Look, Nicole only did you watch it only because Dakota Fanning was in it?
Yeah.
I knew it. You were hoping to see that bush again, weren't you?
Whoa, what?
Look, Jim popped up. He's like, "What bush? Where? Where?"
Let me get the old pen and pad out. What is this movie?
Madam Web.
Madam Web.
You need to watch it.
All right, so I have 3 stories tonight.
Let's go. Let's hear them.
All right. So the first one is an ex of mine got his man juice in my eye. I went to the doctors and ended up with pink eye. You can now understand why he's now my ex.
Wait, what?
So
he squirted into her eye. She got pink eye, and she broke up with him. Yeah,
that's not pink eye. That's
chlamydia. I said it's the clap. Here's the fun thing, though.
You got the clap in your eyeball.
Just because we're on, the baby batter getting in places where it don't belong. Any of the guys in the chat and Jimbo, maybe Nicole, this happened to you. Did you ever get a guy that tried to make you laugh so hard while you were doing the old, Gluck Gluck 3000 and see if he could get it to shoot out of your nose at climax?
Oh my God! Wait a minute.
So,
do you have a fucking story about that? Because I actually did that once. I made her laugh so hard it shot out and it burned her whole fucking face.
Right through her nose. How did
it talk?
No, bro.
No, I really didn't. We did not go over these at all. But truthfully, though,
I got a story.
You made coffee for Dakota Fanning. That's cool. Go ahead.
Wow.
Go ahead with the story, man.
Oh my! So you. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, we're talking about the cum coming out of noses. So
yes, years ago, and my friend is now deceased. He's telling me the story about how him and his girlfriend at night and that happened, and it came out her nose. She's standing right there, and she got so pissed. They broke up that night. They were together for years. They broke up that night, and she never talked to him again. She wouldn't even talk to me because he told me the story. And he was drunk, and he thought it was the funniest thing ever. And it happened the night before.
I thought it was hilarious when I got her to do it. And I got her to laugh so hard.
And I'm like, really? Holy shit. And she's like, you motherfucker. They never talked again. Never talked again.
So mine dated me for another couple of months after that. Yeah, we broke up for other reasons. But it was funny as fuck because she's sitting there and I got her to laugh. Okay, you all hear about the arar. Mm-hmm. So same chick. So I got her to chuckle, and I don't know how it happened. Like she clenched, something happened, and she was still chuckling and snorted. So I guess it created a vacuum. So it went down a little bit and then shot back up out. But when it shot out, it came out in 2 perfect streams out, right? And it split down and it missed my shoes on either side. And I looked at her and she looked at me and her eyes looked like someone just smacked her clean in the middle of it. Like her eyes were bloodshot. The tears are coming down. And I'm like, are you okay? And she goes, it burns.
I've gotten myself in the eye before.
Oh my God.
Thank God I have Dunlap syndrome and never had to worry about that. The only thing I get is in my belly button and hope to God I don't get pregnant. I'm just saying, you never know what's in that hole. Anyway.
All right, so this is pretty much what you guys said. This probably isn't the most embarrassing, but I never forget the time I swallowed and there was so much man juice that it came out of my nose. Oh, that was such a weird feeling. At least you didn't notice.
He didn't notice.
No, he didn't notice.
She must have like taken it, turned around, and went, and then it came out like, oh, it's just boogers. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it was two perfect streams, and it was like a cartoon, right? Like, you ever see that? You remember the old cartoons with Bugs Bunny, and he would like Elmer Fudd would sneeze, and it was like two snot rockets would shoot out, and then like piles of goo on the floor. That's exactly what happened. It was fucking priceless.
So much.
She was so mad. Oh, there wasn't a lot. I just made her giggle. I forget. I think I
just
told her
so much man juice again.
I wish it was so much man juice. I wasn't that lucky. I just said something really funny and got her to chuckle, and it was an inside joke, which we don't need to share because that's just a little too close to comfort. But what's your last streetwalker?
Okay, so this is the last one. I was finally hooking up with a guy I liked, but when things started heated up, he pulled out his dentures. He went from 30 to 80 in a matter of seconds, and the sex appeal just completely wore off.
Do you say his dick or his dentures?
His dentures. So, like, I have dentures. So, in my version, probably, like, everyone wants the nub feeling, but could you imagine it the opposite? Now,
I don't know. I don't know if I want to have that feeling.
Why are you taking them out? I mean, I keep my teeth in all the time. So, I mean, why are you
didn't want gingivitis?
No, I mean, I wash them when I eat and stuff.
No, I know. The guy who took his teeth out, he didn't want gingivitis.
Maybe, you're probably right.
He didn't want vaginivitis.
Or he didn't want
stuck
in between his gums and his, I don't know.
Could you imagine how fucking weird would that feel if a hair got stuck underneath that? And you're like,
because sometimes I'll be eating those nuts, and like if the glue comes loose, and stuff.
Did you just say you was eating them nuts?
Yep.
Yes.
He did. She
did. Carl, why are you talking about nuts again?
I feel like Shorzy right now.
Got him.
I feel like Shorzy. Did you just say eating them nuts?
Yeah, eating those nuts.
Are you giving those balls a tug, you head fucker?
What?
It's from Leonard Kenny. He's like, oh yeah, hey, tell your mom she owes me a couple of dollars because I left too soon and she didn't pay me before I left, or I'll fuck her again. Give your balls a tug, you tit fucker. That's basically, Shorzy's great. Hey bud, how you doing? Let me tell you how much of a fuck up you are today.
I forgot how much of an awkward we can't say the C word, right? An awkward C word you are.
Hey, bud, you're such an awkward. See you next Tuesday. Hey, bud. No, but in all reality, guys, did you finish with your streetwalker stories?
Yep, all done.
Okay,
fantastic space as always. I love them.
Awesome, and there's always a good. It makes a good laugh.
Do a couple positive affirmations.
Sure.
Okay. Sure.
I mean,
just say man juice.
Okay, I'm just gonna do one. I am capable of managing my thoughts and feelings, and I choose to focus on positivity and joy.
There you go. And to build off of that, guys, today's the start of the work week. Okay. Some of you guys, it's the middle of your work week. Some of you guys don't get a day off and you work like crazy. It is very important to know that you guys are amazing. Tomorrow's a better day with you in it. And you really need to do something for yourself every day, whether it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 hours, whatever it may be. You need to sneak away and do something for yourself, no matter what it is. Because if not, you'll fall down that rabbit hole and not come out. And speaking of rabbit holes, which is a good, nice segue, and we're not talking about booty holes, we're talking about rabbit holes. Next Monday, we will not have a podcast because it is Easter Monday. So in observance of Easter Monday, I just want to let you guys know we will not have a podcast so that we can spend time with our family for our Hebrew and Jewish following. By the way, happy Passover. For all of those who celebrate Easter, happy Easter. We'll let you know again. Friday is Good Friday. So we're going to try to see how everything works out and plays out. But we should be able to have a full podcast for you in the morning. If for some reason we won't, I will post a video on Thursday for you guys and let you know. Yeah.
For the first time in a very long time, I'm off Friday.
Oh fuck, let's go. You should come up here because I don't have anybody.
The kids
here.
are away.
So get in the car and come on up. Let's go. Let's fuck some shit up, Jim. Look, I got a whole house you could stay at that's over there. I got to stay here with this. Oh, here you come. Here, look. You guys want to see the little pipsqueak?
Yeah, you could stay at his apartment. You should hang out.
You can stay at the apartment, have your own place, because I got to watch this little nugget of freaking joy. 6 pounds, 3 ounces, right? It's like a little fucking baby. And I got to walk it with a fucking pink harness and a pink leash. Can you imagine me coming down in your neighborhood with this little thing?
Oh, is it a poodle?
Teacup poodle, apricot color, and she just hit me in the balls. You little fucker. Right in right in the fucking piss pump. Jackass, that hurt so bad. Carl, that's your fucking cue, man.
Oh,
Carl.
God damn it, Carl! I swear to Jesus, if you don't fucking
Carl.
it's fucking thing. I swear to God, it doesn't
oh,
fucking.
done.